I would say 2 months ago, I was just in a really like low place where I just was like, what's next? Like, I just felt so stagnant and like I was not loving myself.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen Naija, and we are back with episode 2 of Let's Talk About It. And here is my co-host,
Domi.
And we have a very special guest here, Jayda.
You gotta say it right. Gotta be like Jayda, motherfucking waiter, man.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for coming on. This is only the second episode, and we still trying to get our stuff together. So bear with us.
No, I love it. I like that I'm number 2.
Hey, you number one. You're number one, baby.
Oh wait, so it was just y'all 2 the first.
Yeah, it was just us.
Oh my God, I'm the first.
You broke our guest virginity.
I love that.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Okay.
So today's topic is going to be about self-love, and I thought you would be the perfect person to talk about it with, because we've been seeing you loving on yourself lately, going on trips. And
where
was you at? You was in Tokyo?
So I went to Tokyo for my birthday, and then I just went to Dubai.
Was it any other place you was in, or it was just those 2?
I've been like a lot of little places lately, Antigua, you know.
But period, it's giving
out of them stamps.
It's giving self-love. It's giving that. So I guess we just want to really get into that today. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Lord have mercy.
I gotta always be goofy. Oh, so I'm the first to I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, if we're gonna talk about self-love, we gotta know like what self-love is and what it isn't. So like, let's talk about what it isn't. Like, how do we notice the signs like when we're not loving ourselves, and you know, like what?
And was there ever a time that you didn't?
Like, me personally, I know I've probably fell in and out of love with myself so many times, but I definitely know the place like where I start seeing like, okay, I'm starting to fall off a little bit, or I'm not doing this like usual. So I don't know if you want to share your experience with us, or.
I feel like it's just all about knowing when you fall short. And falling short for me is just like when I'm not motivated, I'm not like handling my business, I'm not even like being as attentive as I normally am in like my day to day. So like I might not feel like taking a shower today. Like that's when I know like
we going there.
Yeah, we going there. We going back into that hole. Like seriously, like I just want to lay in the bed. I don't even feel like doing like my skincare. I don't even feel like being
lotion on.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing nothing. Mm-hmm. That's when I realized like I'm falling short, and okay, it's time to shake it.
Do you remember like the last time that you were there?
I would say my last time being there, like my life is in waves. Mm-hmm. So like it's like I'm super good, or either I'm like just not feeling it. It's never just in the middle. It's like up or down. So I would say my last time feeling like that probably was like 2 months ago, where I was just down. Like it was like, what am I doing? Like,
that's crazy, because I could have looked at you 2 months ago and I would have never noticed that.
Yeah, you can't show your hand. You can't show your hand. You never show your hand. You don't want nobody to see you sweat.
Fold under pressure.
Yeah, but I'm always like really vulnerable on my Snapchat. So like when I'm going through it, I have to let y'all know, like on my Snap is where I'm telling them like, y'all, I'm not feeling it. I'm trying to shake this shit.
Right. It's more personal.
Yeah, it's way more personal. But like Instagram, you'll never know, you know?
Right.
It's like
you gotta be perfect on there.
It's like you cannot show no type of vulnerability on Instagram. But yeah, I would say 2 months ago, I was just in a really like low place where I just was like, what's next? Like I just felt so stagnant, and like I was not loving myself, and it shows. Like when you post a picture, it's like you can tell when you're not or I know me, like I can tell when I'm not myself. I can tell when shit not right with me, or when I'm going into that rabbit hole. So it's just like being aware of your own feelings, and I'm very aware.
Did you ever like identify what it was that led you to that point?
I would say relationships. Not just like as far as my boyfriend or the person at the time I was with, just like business relationships, falling in and out of things with my friends, family, all my problems. It's like when it happens, it's never just one thing. It's like everything crashes
when
at
it rains,
once.
it be pouring.
It pours.
Right.
So it's like just a little bit of everything, of me like going through a breakup, me going back and forth with family, me and my manager, we no longer together, like just a whole bunch of things.
The whole Lord.
Yeah, it's just like January, my life was like reset.
I get what you're saying. You said waves, because it's like you go through this really good, and then it's like when it's
boom.
down, it's like ugh.
Yeah, so yeah,
that just really hit me, because I feel like I'm like in well, not everything that you mentioned, but like a lot of the stuff you just mentioned, I'm literally in that space right now, and I'm hoping by January of 2024 I can be in a better space. But it's a process. But yeah,
it's definitely a process. But as long as you're aware of what's going on and telling yourself it's gonna get better, everything get better if you allow it to.
Right.
So that's all I be telling myself. Like, and normally when it crashes like that, it
Something
always
good-
get
something good about to happen.
better.
Oh my
It
God,
has to
something good is coming. So,
Right.
I'm a heavy believer in God, so I be feeling like when we really go through something, I feel like that's God's way of trying to show us, like, I'm gonna be the only one to bring you out.
Hello.
Right.
Like, you can't do it without me. Like, you have to rely on me. And I feel like that's a space where I'm in, where I just gotta really rely on God and be like, He gonna bring me through it. So yeah,
Literally, that's the only person that can get
I
you
feel
through
like
it.
what you're saying is true. And I feel like that goes back to like oneself, because it's like it's only you and God in that down dark place. So it's like but you still got to do the work. Like, you got to depend on Him, and you got to like do what He say. Like, you got to get up every day, so it's like it's still just like you gotta really depend on you too.
But you also gotta be the one to pull yourself back up.
Pull yourself up. So that's
do it.
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's really just like
it's all
you and God, for real,
solo.
because you got to know that He's going to get you through it, but then you have to do the work.
Right,
to get
you
through
do.
it, because like
you can't just lay there in your
and like, oh my
like,
God, I want to get up.
Can
I
you
want to
fix
do
it. Right.
We have to.
So it's
But how do you
all
even do
about
that?
our own self. Like,
I mean, how do you get the strength? I mean, how do you even do that if you ain't got no strength, or you feel super stagnant? Like, what is it like? I feel like it's a breaking point, or it's something that has to snap in you for you to get back up. Like, what is the first thing that you do?
You gotta recognize your state. Your state. It's like, okay, I'm recognizing, like, what the hell am I doing? I'm just here in the bed.
Yeah, that's
like,
the first one. But what do
so
you
this
do?
is where
What's
we
the
be
first
in
one?
I would say I allow myself to go through the emotions of like feeling sad, feeling not motivated, not feeling like myself. I'm never gonna stay down for too long. So it's always one of those things. Like, I think about my son. I think about my family. Like, I can't just lay in this bed. Like, it's money to be made. When I'm not showing my face, when I'm not showing the world, like, Jayda, that fuck with my money. So it's always one of those things where it's like, I can't stay down for too long because, like, it's money to be made.
Right.
And I'm all about milking the cow until you can't milk it no more. And, like, these are our best days. We're young. We're fresh. We're glowing. We got the energy.
Right.
Hello.
You
we got the
right.
energy. So it's like, get as much as we could get now while we have it. So I never just, I can't stay down too long. It's too much. It's too much to be done.
I really feel like I just started to like be in the place that you're in, like, in that you've been flourishing in for so long. But I remember, like, now it's like you can't really just dwell on your current thing. If you already got this thing going, you can't just go back and like disappear. Like, you already up, so you kind of got to keep going up.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't stay stagnant.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I think I newly just like realized that, and I'm like, damn.
What? Realize
The
what?
pressure, just the pressures of like,
Talk.
I can't.
Social media, what?
Social media, yeah, that, like, if you're on social media,
right?
Because I've been on social media and I've been doing my thing, but I haven't been doing what I could be doing and what I should be doing for me.
Right.
So now that I'm at the place where I'm like, okay, well, I just had a baby like a year ago, so it's like, okay, thank you. So I'm like, okay, now it's time to not be on mommy mode and get back to work, so I'm like, it's just like I had to accept that.
What
like,
comes
I'm
with
going, yeah, and then you gotta really, like, if you're not doing, like she said, getting up every day and this and that, you can't be down for too long or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm newly at that place, like, and I'm discovering like all this stuff and learning how to like pick myself up like that, because I just feel like social media makes it worse on a individual, an influencer, and all that.
Oh, baby, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like you said, you can't show your hand.
You can't.
Like,
show
you can't show when you're down. But you want to know something though? For me, it's like, if I don't show my vulnerability or like where I am, that everyone's like, your brand is like, I feel like you gotta be a boss almost. Like, I'm an artist and I'm an influencer. So I'm a storytelling artist, and people expect for me to be transparent about everything. So in a way, if I don't show my hand or I don't show what I'm going through, that kind of that's like a downfall. Like when I got off of YouTube and I was showing every single moment of my life, or when I was being like super transparent and open about my surgery and like things like that, for some reason that don't work for me. Like I have to. Yeah. For me, I have to. That's why like the EP that I'm about to release is called After the Butterflies. And everybody know I'm in a current relationship right now with Clarence, but you know, like a lot of those songs in there, well, most of the songs in there is talking about a time where like we were in a dark point in our relationship, and it's like unless I like open up about that, it's not gonna work for me because it's gonna seem fake. So I guess it's all about what you like, what your brand is too, and like what you have to stand on. But me,
and it's different with you because being an artist, it's like you can pour into your music and like tell them how you feel through your music. You don't have to just get on there and go live and be like, damn, y'all, I'm fucked up right now. Me and my, you know? So with me, it's like, I can't do that. So my outlets is just me reflecting and praying and getting myself together to come back and give them a new version of Jayda.
Right.
You know, because I don't have an outlet. Music is such a good outlet. I wish I could get in the studio and write me a song about what was going on in my life, but I can't do that. So that's why like things like podcasts and interviews, it's like I'm never going to turn them down because this is like low key therapy for me. Yeah, it's an outlet for me.
That. And
it's
then
like
people
therapy.
Get to see like the true you, like, or the sides that they don't get to see.
Exactly.
And you get to be more vulnerable.
Exactly.
I didn't think about it. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way. You said you don't have an outlet. That's crazy. So your outlet has to kind of be in silence, and then when you get back, you got to come back.
I come back better every time.
Right.
But yeah, like my outlets is when I'm just like away. I have to do my outletting behind the scenes. And then it also ties back into like what she was saying earlier, how like you're a new mom. And I also feel like as a mom, we don't really get off days. Like it's like we always have to be on go because life don't stop. Like even when Loyal is with my mom and it's like I'm home by myself trying to like recharge, he's still calling me like, Mom, I'm ready to come home. And it's like, hey, like give me a second. So it just ties back into like being a new mom. Like it's hard, you know?
I think all of I get what you're saying, because I feel like all of the factors in just your life can play so much in that too, like your self-love and all that.
Right. It's
like being a mom, you got all these jobs, you got to take care of this, you got to take care of that, but then you still have to be there for your kids. So yeah, like I feel it, because I just feel like I said I'm new to the world again, and I feel like me having a kid took up all my time, so I'm just like learning how to like choose like the things that are better for me,
right,
and what I need at the moment, so that I could be a good mom.
And right.
It's just like
that's deep, girl.
But wait, Domi,
what?
Yeah, how old are you again?
I'm 20. I'm about to be 27.
20. Okay, and then you were
26.
You just turned, okay. Yo, I'm a little old.
Girl, bro.
I just turned 28. I feel like I spent my whole 20s having babies and raising kids. Even though I only got 2. I mean, I've been pregnant more than twice. I'm just say that. But
so
like
hard.
I just feel like these last couple of years like of my life, I really want, I mean, not a couple of years of my life, these last couple of years of my 20s.
Your 20s,
like,
right.
Not my life. Lord, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Rebuke it, honey, rebuke
but
it.
I just feel like I want to really take and enjoy these moments, but at the same time, like she just said, like you still loving yourself. You can love yourself, but you still have to balance out the rest of the things that you have a responsibility for, which is number one, your kids. Or whatever. Yeah, it don't end, because every morning I have to wake up at like what 6:30.
Girl, don't talk about the school mornings.
6. I don't understand. Like it should be against the law for kids that young to start school. I mean, start class that early.
Yes,
right. But I gotta wake up every morning, and then like at that time, and then I gotta take my second son to a different school, and it's just like, and all of that. By the time I get home, I want to go to sleep.
Right.
But in order to do like all this, the little tedious self-care things, you know, you have to be able to wake yourself up and like
go to the gym
and
fight through it. You have to really fight through it.
Talk about the gym.
Nourish your body 3 times or however many times a day.
Yeah, that's over with.
The little I feel like the little things like that people probably don't think about. When people think of self-care or self-love, I feel like they think about all the big things, like going on a trip,
going on the spa. Like, no.
But like there are little tiny things that go into just like self-love and self-care. So like what do y'all think like some of the things that people may ignore could be a part of like self-love?
I would say something that I realized like that brings me peace and it's therapeutic to me is like reading. I like to read. I feel like me reading books about life, setting boundaries, love, that really like helps me.
Oh, baby, you make me feel real.
I know. I think
I need to go read.
I tried to read a book, but I just couldn't.
No,
do
seriously,
it,
you don't even have to physically read. Put it on the audiobook and just let as you clean your house, just let the book play. That is really like what gets me through my weeks, for real. Like pouring into me. I feel like knowledge is power.
I feel like you the definition of self-love because
I'm not.
Because let's be real. Okay, so we both like. I have a man and a baby, and I know you're a baby. Your baby's like a little older, you know, but he's still your baby. But it's just like doing all that, like having to cook and clean. It's like you get little time for self-care, self anything really. So
are you saying because you don't got a man? I don't know. Do you? I don't know if you got a man or not. My bad.
I don't have a man.
I want to ask, but
you get to give more to yourself.
You single. And we were just talking about this on the last.
I wouldn't be able to.
We were talking about this on the last podcast.
It's crazy.
The girls that don't got. Well, she got kids, but we were talking about it. But don't got just as much respect.
It's a little harder when you have a partner.
Right.
I'm not advocating leaving your man or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Right. I know.
I wasn't able to pour into myself how I am now. I have way more free time. So it's like when I'm bored sitting in the house, it's like, oh shoot, I can go to the spa real quick. Oh shoot, I could go get my nails done. Oh shoot, I got so much time for me now that I'm not in a relationship, because when I'm in a relationship, I go head first. Like,
so wait,
I crash out.
So do you feel like, are we doomed? Like, is there no way to, no, for real.
No.
Is there, because, okay, when you were in a relationship, I'm sure, like, you did, like, how did you balance that out as well?
That's why I'm getting to the point of telling y'all, like,
when I'm in a relationship. Let's shut up.
No, I'm not trying to shut y'all up, but I'm saying, like, when I am with the person, I don't have time for me. It's like everything is for my partner and then my kid. So it's like, it's really no balance. That's why when I really finally like stepped away from my relationship and took time for myself, I'm learning how to like, oh shoot, I like to read again.
Right.
Oh shoot, like I actually like being by myself. I like being alone. I used to feel like I always needed my friends over at the house, but my friends, when I was in a relationship, they brought me comfort. They made me feel like myself, because when you live with a boyfriend, it's so much y'all could talk about. So I used to always keep my friends around, but as I'm not in a relationship and I was just alone, I'm realizing like, dang, I actually like being by myself. Like, no shade to my friends. I love them. I know when it's time to be with them, but I never felt like I could be alone because I was always with my person.
You are hitting me.
I feel like, I mean, I ain't gonna say I have ever really just gotten the time to be like me, besides like when I was in high school or something, because I had a relationship since I'm been high school to now.
Same, girl.
So I'm like, is it really ever possible to like have that same self-love in a relationship? Because this whole thing's like, you need that, because you're saying like my life is totally different when I'm. So how do we do that? Like, how do we give ourselves that same love in a relationship? Because like, baby, I ain't trying to go nowhere. I want to be with my man.
No, be with your man, girl.
But I do be thinking that though. I'm like, damn, I don't get to do nothing.
I would say from my perspective on it is just like, I got out of my relationship like this time last year. I was single. Then I tried to get back in a relationship, and we tried at it again. And all my self-love stuff I used to do, it went away because I started falling back into the same traps that I was in of like, my man.
Right.
And it's just so hard to balance it. So I'm not going to say like girls who are in a relationship is you're doomed, but I just haven't found that balance yet within my partner to be able to do both.
And it has to be the right partner.
It has to be the right partner, somebody that wants that for you and respects it. So I feel like my next relationship, I'm going to make that like a definite, it's gonna be a definite
even for
standard.
them, right?
Yeah, like you can't let me fall short on myself, right? Because you really not for me. If that's the case,
it's supposed to be both ways too.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like when people say a relationship is 50-50, I understand like that, but I feel like people, and it don't always work this way, because usually, I mean, it don't happen that way. But if two people could come into a relationship like already knowing how to love themselves and coming 100% like confident with them in themselves, then it would be a that is something already important, and that won't even be an issue within your relationship.
But that's so hard because we all broken.
We all are.
Everybody.
You know, we all broken. We all fighting battles that the partner won't even know about, you know? So it's just going to be so hard doing that. But I do want to find that balance within my next relationship. Or even if I, you know, try to give my old relationship another shot, it's like I just want to be I'm not saying I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's just one of those things where it's like my son is a huge aspect of my life, so it's like,
and they have to.
When I'm dealing with a partner, I don't even want you to like ask me about my child because like it's weird,
right?
You know, so I just haven't gotten comfortable with anybody yet to like just open up that door and say like, okay, yeah, I want to date you. It's always just been like, you my little boy toy, we keeping this on the low.
Yeah,
you my little yeah, we keeping this on the low.
My little yeah.
It's literally just been that.
I feel like you're doing the right thing right now. What you're doing is perfect. You need to just love on yourself and stuff like that. This is
all
perfect.
it is about right now. Like, it's hard out here in these streets.
It's hard.
Okay, so I know we talked about all that, but I wanted to know, like, how do you feel about therapy? Have you been in therapy?
So I actually just started therapy like 3 months ago. And I really feel like it helps because I could talk to my friends all day. But like I was telling y'all earlier, like I don't really have that outlet. So like my friends, great therapy, but hearing from somebody who's absolutely unbiased and don't have a side that they're on, it's so good to have that person you could just let loose and just be free with. So I have started therapy and I feel like it's helping me. And I'm already a very aware person of like my emotions and stuff and how to handle certain situations. But just to have that extra backup to tell you like, oh, wow, so you did do it like this, or maybe next time this comes up, think about this. It's always good to have that person. So I'm for therapy all the way. I'm an advocate for therapy. I'll be telling my friends like, try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
I started maybe like a couple years back. No, I'm gonna say like maybe a year and a half ago. And I'm not a really consistent person, but when I was consistent, it helped tremendously. Like, I don't know, it just gave me like some superpowers. That's when I really, no, because I think I started around the time where I went on, I toured with Mary J. Blige, like I opened up for her. Okay. And I started a little bit before that. And this was my first tour that I was completely alone. So I didn't bring my man, I didn't bring my kids. And when I say I was boohoo crying the first day I left, but man, when I was on that tour by myself, like she was just telling me to really like find, like, enjoy yourself, like enjoy being. I really, really enjoyed it. Like,
I love that.
I loved it so much that like I had to check myself a little bit because I was like, oh, I could deal with this. Like I could, no, for real. I was like, no, just being transparent. I was like, maybe I could do this because, to be honest, like I was going through a rocky patch in my relationship that nobody knew about until now. But like I was thinking to myself, I could, maybe being alone is like not a bad idea. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Like, because like you said, you find so many different things to do. But sorry, I'm getting way off topic. But yeah, I started therapy a while back and it helped. Did you?
I have never been to therapy. And I really want to go because I feel like it will help me understand myself better. Yes. And because I feel like I'm in my head all the time. And that's why I probably have a little bit of anxiety. But I feel like there's always just things running through my head. And I feel like talking to friends is good, like you said, because I talk to you. But it's just like,
it's something about a therapist.
Like you said, having someone that doesn't know you from nothing, you just
and you can just be free.
You can have supportive friends when you talk to them about things, and like it's good for your friends to be there. But sometimes your friends are not always about certain what's it called? Your friends are not always gonna be as forgiving. Like if you tell them about certain things or certain people, it don't matter if it's a relationship or if it's like a friend, a friend or a family member. Like your friends are not always gonna be as forgiving.
They're like like you said, biased.
Exactly.
It's like they know you, so it's like
But that's really
like whether it's something like say something with your man too, like. Your friends might hype you up. They're gonna be all about you. So it's like you kind of need that bias.
You
like
gotta have that unbiased person.
Right.
You have to.
I feel like you do.
Because our friends always gonna kinda sometimes take our side.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, because it's like you my friend. Like really, fuck him. You know?
They're gonna hype you up.
They're gonna hype you up. So yeah.
Do you feel like I feel like having girlfriends is a huge part of self-care and self-love, like especially when you're in a relationship. But do you feel like the amount of friends or like how big or small your circle is? Like, do you feel like that plays a factor on it?
Yes, I feel like having too many friends is a red flag to me. It's a red flag.
It's a responsibility too.
It's too much of a responsibility. It's a red flag. And how can you tend to that many people?
Right.
You know, because like just for me and my friends, for instance, like we all know everything about each other. Mm-hmm. I don't want my friends having other friends because don't go telling me, you know, and I just feel like we all have that boundary within our friendship. So they do have other friends, but it's like they not as friends with their other friends as they are with me.
Right.
And I just feel like people who have a lot of friends, I know it gets messy because I once had a lot of friends and it used to always be something. So like now my friend group is very small. It's like 4 of us max. And it's like, my life has been so peaceful.
Right.
Okay, so you could say that that's a part of self-love too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Choosing your friend group wisely. Some people do have a lot of friends and it works for them, but I feel like the more intimate your friend group is, the better. Because it's less liability.
And then you need them. So it's like you have to have people like you really trust because friends do help you get through things too.
Yes.
Like she said, it's part of your self-love because it's like, if I'm having a bad day, like, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. We gonna go get some drinks. We gonna just get our minds off this shit or whatever. So yeah, I feel like that that definitely matters.
And another thing is like making sure your friends on what you on. Right. So for instance, like me and my friends lately, we've been going to like little conferences, little events about like one of them was with, I forgot the name of this. He's not really a preacher, but like he writes books and stuff. And Des got us all tickets to it. And it's like all my friends enjoyed it. Like that was like a bonding moment for us.
Aww.
But if it was my old friend group, they would have been like, what the fuck we do? Like,
let's go to the club.
Having the
so
right
it's really,
mindset.
yes, you
Okay.
have to, like, all me and my friends are on the same accord right now. So having
Right.
people around you that's on the same accord really makes a difference because my friend group this time last year, like it was nothing but party. But now it's like me and my friends, we could go to church together. We could,
Amen.
we could do
I know
everything.
that's right.
Yeah, it's like a
Feed our
balance.
souls.
It's like we could do everything together. It's not always just turn up fun. Like when it's time to cry, we could all cry together. When it's time to pray, we could all pray together.
That's
Like,
good. That's
it gets
what's up.
deep. So that matters. Having the right friend group.
The right friend group. Amen. I love that you said y'all could pray together. It's really important to have friends you could pray with.
Yes, so important.
She gonna put, oh my
Oh my God,
God,
no, cause I ain't gonna lie. I had the last time she visited my house, it was so crazy cause I woke up. For some reason, I feel like God wake you up at like in the midnight. Like it'd be like 3 o'clock for me. And like, you ever woke up and you felt like you need to pray?
Yeah, if anytime you wake up between the hours of 3 and 5, that's God.
Okay, a lot of times I will go back to sleep because I'm scared. So I'll say a little cute pray to God
and doze back off. That's me.
What you?
I do that too.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this particular time I had a dream and I felt like it was God, like wake up and pray. And so she was in the other room and I texted her. I was like, if she don't text back, I'm going back to sleep. And that's really terrible. Sorry, God. But like I asked her and she woke up and she was willing to pray with me. And I went in there and we praised him.
That's so
no,
beautiful.
for real.
Seriously.
Like we held hands. We prayed. I mean, we played like intercession music and she prayed first. I prayed second. We started crying. And it was the first time we ever like prayed together. And I was like, oh my God, like it feels so good to have a friend that not
don't
only
look.
You're right.
You know,
don't start crying. Oh my God, Dobby, don't start crying.
Cry,
That's
baby.
so beautiful.
But like to spiritually, it feels good to have friends that connect with you spiritually as well. So
you
not
have
just
to.
right.
It's not always about the turn up. Like I want to be able to have fun with y'all, but we know when to get serious and we know when to be vulnerable with each other.
Right.
Like that
Because
matters.
stuff happens in our lives, and I know like people probably think that maybe stuff don't happen in your life or whatever, but like you can really be going through stuff, and when it's like the world is on my shoulders, like you need that friend to recognize like, hey, it's time to get in our prayer bag this time because
Yeah.
the devil because the devil fuck with everybody. You know,
I'm dead.
I'm be real. He
No, I know.
fucks with us. So it's like I'm trying to like, you gotta have that. Like I really do. I do feel like that was a breakthrough moment for us as friends, and I was like, damn,
that's
like
I love that.
she got my back.
So okay, Jayda, I'm sorry. I know this may be off, like not off script or whatever. It's off script, but I feel like me and you have something in common, and it's people messing with us so much on the internet. Like I feel like I watch people. I mean, they do it to everybody, but I feel like for some reason Like they make any like something out of everything when it comes to you. Like I seen the whole Halloween thing when you was on there going.
It's like, what the heck did I do?
You was on there ranting about because you was celebrating Halloween with your kid. So like, how do you deal with I know it's probably a question that everybody asks you, but like, how do you deal now with that? And was there ever a time that you feel like you couldn't deal with it?
So I would say now that just goes into me loving myself and really understanding who I am, to know like whatever the outside noise is, whatever that is, it don't affect me, and I'm gonna do what I do and what makes me happy, and that's all that matters. So lately my mindset has been like, I might clap back or say something back in response, but I'll say that and really go on about my day and not give a damn.
Right.
But before, I was not always like this. So like the more I learn myself and heal myself, it's like the internet, what they saying do not bother me.
Did it used to like affect your day?
Oh, it used to affect me a lot. I actually did a reality TV show, and the backlash I was receiving from the show was just like so against who I really am, so against my character. It really fucked with me, and I needed that. I needed all the backlash that I got, because that really made me go into a self-reflection of my, like, to understand who I was all over again, because I was letting the internet control everything in my life. Like I was I was reading all the comments. I was literally going to find stuff about me just to say like, this is not who I am. Like I was getting too involved in what they were saying. So I had to like just relearn myself all over again. So I needed that because I was too invested. So I had to just like take some time.
Start reading comments and stuff.
Yeah.
Baby, I still read the comments. I'm gonna say this. I still read the comments, but they don't affect me like how they used to.
Yeah, I read them.
Yeah, like, and then like how you said, sometimes you clap back. I feel like people mistake people clapping back for like they care so much. You know how like, oh well, if you care so much, then why are you saying something? But like you said, you going about your day.
Yeah.
So
like,
yeah, like
it's okay to entertain.
I feel like that's a part of self love a little bit too. When you bored and you want to clap back.
Yeah, it literally makes me feel good.
It make you feel. Yeah, sometimes it do make you feel better.
Like I was saying with the other day, I was like, bro, I just want to say something. I want to come on here and say something today, because like it pissed me off. I'm like, damn, that's not like we just friends. Like they were like, she cut it not whatever, but I'm just like, shit, like. That ain't, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know shit.
Yeah.
No, sometimes it's okay to clap back. It's okay.
She be telling me, don't do it,
but don't do it. And I'm like, of course, we're always going to say that. Right. That's how I am with my friends. Like something could be happening with one of my friends. I'm like, don't say nothing. And then here I go.
Saying something.
They're like, bitch, you just said
Don't say nothing.
But it's like, I'm always want the best for my friends. Like, let me stumble. Let me be the one to go through it.
Right.
You sit back, play it cool.
So I see you sitting here with your brand on, your Jayda.
Yeah, my Jayda man.
How did that process like start? I mean, I don't really know too much about it, so maybe they know, but I don't know. Could you just tell me?
I started my brand on my 23rd birthday. When was my 23rd? What year was that?
23rd birthday.
Help me out. 2021.
Years ago? Okay.
I started my brand 2021. It was kind of like a gift to myself, because when I was pregnant with my son, I like stopped selling everything. I used to have my hairline. I used to sell clothes. I stopped everything because I really just wanted to focus on my pregnancy, because when I like have a business, that's like another child.
Right.
And I just wanted my pregnancy to just be a breeze, and I didn't want to stress myself out. Like I was already dealing with a lot with the pregnancy. I was like, I'm chilling from being an entrepreneur. So it was like a gift to myself after I had my son, and it was supposed to just be like something small, and I ended up selling out, and I got me a warehouse, and it just started really doing so good, and I just like was like, okay, this is my main focus. Like I'm about to go all the way with my brand, and it just started working out for me, and every drop gets better.
I'm happy for you, like, yes, for real. You. Like I'm real happy. I'm gonna need one of them suits.
I got
this
you.
Is
I got you, girl.
Yes, so cute.
Thank you.
I was loving this one. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute.
Thank you.
But that's a big. I mean, I guess if we talk about self love, that's like, you know, focusing on your brand. This is
really
like
turned into something so major.
I'm trying to launch something too. I'm trying to do something outside of music, like I said in my last, because I feel like people just look at me as like a artist or like a YouTuber or whatever, but like I want to be a businesswoman too.
Yes,
like I want to be in the warehouses and things like that. But yeah, I'm just real proud of you.
I think you really should, for real, get into it.
I'm working on it.
It's like another peace of mind, you know. It brings you. It's like therapy
and motivation.
A motivation.
Amen.
Is it like having another kid when you have a business?
When you have a business, a brand, all that. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you too. Well, I mean, I know this is off topic too, but we just
We're just chatting at this point.
okay. I like really love fashion. Like, how would you recommend that journey to another person? Because I really love fashion and I really like want to get into it, but I sometimes shy away from because I'm like, I think I seen something when you were saying, I don't know if it was a show. I watched the show, but you were saying like it's hard, like, or like things get messed up, or like you got to be really dedicated.
Trial and error.
Yeah, I feel like everything.
But it's like, look what she got on. It's so cute. I'm like, but I know like
right now, for instance, let me just tell you, I was supposed to drop tomorrow, but all my stuff is stuck at customs, so it's just like always something. But if you have a passion for fashion,
that's cute.
That's cute.
That is cute.
If you have a passion for fashion, try it. See if it worked for you. You know, don't knock it till you try it. You know, it's hard. It's a lot. It's a hard business.
I'm sure.
I was just on a panel with different business owners and YouTubers, and one of the girls was on the panel, and she was like, "I commend you because I tried doing this," and she got like a lot of followers. Like, she's established. I was so surprised when she said it. She was like, "I'm so surprised." She was like, "I'm so happy for you that you're able to have a successful clothing company." She said, because I tried it and it wasn't for me.
Like,
and I was so shocked because I'm like, girl, you got all these damn followers. Like, what do you mean it wasn't for you? So it just really is one of those things that it's hard, but once you get it, you got it. And I went through a lot of trial and error, like so many. Like, when I first did my first launch, I had a lot of backlash, but I needed that. Like, all the backlash I get, I be needing it because it makes me better. I'm gonna learn from it. I know how to take criticism,
and that's what I want to tell you, that you gotta learn how to you gotta learn how to take the criticism. I've been here too. Domi is new to this. You know what I'm saying? I've
just been coming out of my little shell.
She been trying
and
as her friend, honestly, I'm trying to bring her out of her shell. That's why she's here with me. I'm trying to like show her a different. I don't know how to. It's more
part of life.
From Oklahoma. Yeah. I'm not from like the city at all. And so it's like, I've done YouTube. Like my partner, he's a YouTuber and a streamer. Okay. So like we've done YouTube. But she been more under him.
Yeah.
So I want her to come out with her. You get what I'm saying?
Like show the world you aside from him.
I feel like this is my talk. Like, I needed to learn from you.
I was about to say, it's so important to detach yourself from your person. It's so much more to me. Right. But that's why you have to detach yourself sometimes and show people who you are. Because, girl, you pretty as hell.
And I think...
show that.
Thank you.
And you have personality. It's like, show that.
I think I lost myself a lot in that. And, like, I feel like now I feel very supported by him. And so I feel, like, okay to spread my wings. But, like, just being a girlfriend, all that stuff, I feel like I haven't never detached myself. And I feel like I've lost my... Like, while we were talking about self-love, I'm like, I've lost myself watching my partner grow and like go on this place and meet these people, and like, so I feel like now it's like, okay, I feel
it's
safe
your turn
a little bit, but I'm like scared.
Let the role switch.
It's your turn, but what comes, you gotta also accept what comes with it.
Exactly.
And like she said, the criticism. So if you want to start fashion,
like I said, I feel like he's brave for stepping out like that, because sometimes I didn't want to do it. Sometimes I was like, no, I don't want to get judged, or I don't want everybody, you know, all that. But I definitely feel like I can't, like, when God call you to do it, it's time to get up. It's time to go. You got to do it.
There's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5, but I'm gonna say, unless you want to do a 9-to-5, it's either that or it's like out here in the social media world. It's either the entrepreneur, like, kind of.
I'm gonna say this.
Both hard.
Yeah.
Fuck all the haters, okay? Because I needed to get that out, and I feel like we're gonna start it off like that. Period.
Yeah, no. It come with a lot, though.
I don't
a lot of
learn that, though. Like, she said that. She's like, you just got to say, fuck it.
You got to just say, fuck it. Like,
do it.
That's been my mood lately. Like, when it comes to what I wear, when it comes to what I do, it's just like, I'm doing it for me. Fuck y'all.
And that's the word.
Self-love.
That's a form of self-care.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Seriously.
Saying fuck it and fuck y'all.
Yes.
Not y'all. If y'all watching this, you know, not F y'all, but I'm saying that is, you sometimes you gotta say F y'all. That's a form of self-care too.
Right.
Yeah. Put yourself first.
Hello.
Amen.
I love that.
All right, y'all. So we've been talking a lot, and it's been a lot of deep stuff going on. We want to come back to the, you know, the fun side of things. So to end this out, we're just gonna give a little, one thing that we do for self-care that people probably wouldn't think that we'll do. Okay. I'm gonna say that I love to pull up in a parking lot and eat. I just love to sit in my parking lot and eat food.
That's crazy.
What?
Because that's so similar to mine.
What's yours?
Mine is I go to Waffle House. I know all the staff. I get my Waffle House and I sit in the car and eat. So where I do it every day after I drop my
Every day you eat Waffle House every day?
Yeah, every morning.
I feel bad because I don't feel like I know what mine is.
Yeah, that's like
you
one of my
got some
things.
homework then.
Oh, so I need to figure it out.
Then you need to
Okay, it
figure
don't have to be crazy.
What is
What's
it?
something you like doing just for like
Self-care.
for self care?
Why are we all talking about food?
It don't have to be yours.
It could just be anything.
I mean, I think it is food though. Like I'm not. I go out to eat at a nice restaurant, like, and just like with a friend, like one friend, me and Allie just go everywhere, like. So I feel like that's my little self care, like taking myself, treating myself to a nice meal. I don't know, like alone time.
We love meals.
I love to eat, baby.
I mean,
like
food is, But yeah, so I just want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for coming on
Thank
here.
you for
with
having
us.
me.
Of course, you're the first. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I'm the first.
We really enjoyed you, and I took a lot of gems from you, and like I'm gonna tell you some stuff afterwards. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this, make sure y'all leave a comment and subscribe on some feedback.
Jayda Waiter, y'all.
Jayda Waiter.
I'm going to be Jayda Waiter. Okay, Domi Vuitton says bye bye. We will see y'all the next episode.